YouTube! We got a new combo tutorial with new deck, live reaction. Let's see what we got cooking here. So this is clearly a Rings of Power reference. We've got elves singing for us. Spellcasting elves. Elvennotes. Elvennote Diana. Lucina. Fortuna. Oh my god. Singing women. Unbelievable. So already out of the gate, we know that this deck is going to be maybe like the next Sky Striker. What type of fandom are we going to get here? Let's find out. Spellcasters give me a interpretation of being some sort of like, you know, spell-heavy deck. We've seen 3 monsters, and there is... Okay, there's only 3. 3? Whatever. Let's stop trying to guess what this deck does and read the goddamn cards. They have 3 effects, so immediately this has to be a good deck. I mean... If you put 3 card effects on every single card in the deck, I assume it's starter, extender, and maybe some floating thing. This deck has to be good, surely. We got Elvennotes, Lucina, level 6 fire spellcaster, 25/18. You can only special summon it with the first effect once per turn. You can only the second, third effect of the name each once per turn. Special this from your hand to your center main monster zone. Oh, we got zoning issues here. Okay. Alright. Free level 6 extender, potentially as well, for anyone who's thinking about that. So zones are going to be relevant in this deck. I wonder if Charmers are going to work with this. You know, like the Link 2s and stuff. I wonder if they'll have some relevance. So just a free special to the middle zone. During your main, you can add an Elvennote monster. So not a trigger effect. You have to activate it. So, yep, that's your Stratos. Free level 6, 25 body that searches. Quick effect. Switch the locations of this card you control and the monster in your center main monster zone, then return a level 6 level monster your opponent controls to the hand. Okay. Switch the locations of this card you control and the monster in your center main monster zone. Okay, but if this is already in the center, it doesn't do anything, correct? So you have to use other cards to try and move them to help facilitate the win condition of disrupting. And it's only the opponent's turn, remember? So you can't keep using it on your turn. You can't use it once on your turn, use it on your opponent's turn. So it's, okay, it's fine. It doesn't do a lot just by itself for now. But let's see if these other ones, when you add them, are good extenders. So this one adds. Now let's see if we have a Poplar. That's the next step. Diana. Level 6 water spellcaster, 24/18. You go to special summon the first effect once per turn, second and third once per turn. Special this from your hand to the center main monster zone. Okay, so they all seem to special summon to the main monster zone. Now, question. We're going to need ways to move them. Because if you can only summon them to the center, well, you kind of lock yourself if you just have one in the center. So if you summon her, they activate the effect, negate. Now you have this in your hand. Let's say you've already drawn Diana. What do you do? Let's find out. During your main, you can place an Elvennote continuous spell from your deck on your field face up. Continuous spell. Okay, so this can just place from deck. Unashable. Love that. Good power creep. No, not drawable. During your opponent's turn, quick effect. Switch the location of this card you control and the monster in your same monster zone. Then banish a random card for your opponent's hand face up. Ugh, I hate that type of disruption. Random hand rips is really, really bad. Like, not fun game mechanics, but, sure, I guess it's decent. You know, you'd rather have like targeted, very specific disruption so that you know what you're getting. There's, you know, 2 ways this can go. Well, 3 ways. You hit something insane out of their hand that ends their turn immediately. Or you hit a duplicate in their hand or something and it does absolutely nothing. So, maybe somewhere in the middle is the ideal place you'd like to land with it. So far, what I can see, just the 2 cards, you can kind of gauge a lot from a deck just from the 2 cards here. So far, I'm seeing a glaring issue with this deck. They all need to go to the main monster zone, the center main monster zone. So if any way your center main monster zone gets disrupted or locked down, you're going to have to draw other cards to fix that issue. I know. Listen, I have high standards. Farfa, you can't expect every single card to beat 2 hand traps, but it's 2025, you know? All right, the next one is Fortuna. 6 light spellcaster, 22/18 special first effect. Special this from your hand, send to main monster zone, same gimmick. During the main, place an Elvennotes continuous trap face up. So I think we're definitely going to be relying on the spells and traps to try and get the movement going with this deck, which Kind of makes sense, I suppose, thematically from the whole spellcaster side of the aesthetic. So the quick effect of this is bouncing a face-up spell and trap on the field to the hand. No, it's pretty weak disruption, not gonna lie. It's like bouncing an opponent's face-up spell and trap. So you can disrupt something, you know, continuous cards that need to resolve, you know, very basic example, like a Tenki. They activate Tenki, you bounce the Tenki, they can't use it again. Long-term, not great disruption because you're just giving them back the resource. So this isn't like great disruption so far. These seem a little bit mid here. I guess you can return any face-up spell. Okay, that's kind of cool. But it's opponent's turn only. So you can, I assume the continuous spell is going to be activate, do something, and then your opponent's turn. You can bounce it back to your hand, go back to your turn, then you can use it again, get another resource. So that could be kind of good. But in terms of disruption, they only really have one real good disruption so far. Let's see what this is. So they have an egg. You see, guys, they have an egg. They have a bird that can produce... Who's the mom? Is this the mom? Did she birth them or the other way around? Not relevant to the archetype. Anyway, Elvennotes Power Patron. 1 Fire Fiend. Level 1 Fire? You cannot special from the extra except synchros. Oh, wow. Restrictions? Really? Habakiri and Shambles did. During the main phase, quick effect. Target the monster in your center main monster zone. Increase its level by 3. Then immediately after this result, synchro summon. Elvennotes, any Elvennotes, or Genora the Power Patron of Tuning. A very specific monster. Interesting. So 6 plus 3 to 9 to make a 10. But you have to make an Elvennote or a Genora. If it's sent to the grave as material, add an Elvennote card. Any card. Pretty good. Okay. So the idea is you get them out of your main monster zone by having the egg, the peacock, the birds arrive, and then you synchro it off. So you can quick effect synchro on your opponent's turn. And you can use it on your own turn to then summon the second one. So none of these are one-card combos from what I can see so far. Well, I suppose this is technically, depending on the extra deck one. This, add this, normal summon synchro into a 7, I guess. So they need like, ideally they need like a 7 and a 10 and an 11 to get most value. Right? So that you can use... Maybe not an 11, but a 10 for your opponent's turn and a 7 for your turn, so you can do something. So let's read the 7 first. So Elvennotes Seraphim Sleetzia. 7 Fire Plant Synchro. Generic, completely generic 7. You can only activate once per turn. This original attack becomes 3,000 while in the center main monster zone. Okay, but like the idea is you want to summon into the main monster zone, center main monster zone, and then move things out. So that you can summon more guys. So you're probably going to put this in defense mode in the other zone so that you can keep summoning. Quick effect. Special level 6 or lower Elvennote from hand or grave and decrease the level of all level 4 or higher monsters currently filled by 3 until the end of this turn. So you can summon another one like the Diana. Drop it to level 3. Is it a tuner? He's not a tuner. And then you can summon another egg and make a 4? Doesn't seem very impressive. Let's see what the big boss monster is that you make on the opponent's turn here. So this is 2 non-tuners. Can you even make this as a 1-card combo? Because, like, you're going 6 plus 3 to a 9, plus the 1 to make a 10, so you want multiples on the field. You want to use multiple 3s? Ugh. This feels very... It's not very powerful. I can say that. It doesn't feel very powerful yet. For this card synchro, you can treat a monster in your center zone as a tuner. That's good. You can use the second effect once per turn. This is synchro negated effects of face-up cards your opponent currently controls. Okay, so I mean, this is very good disruption, admittedly. Just on summon, you can negate all face-up cards, non-targeting. Quick effect, make all opponent's monsters in the same column as your Elvennotes, unable to be used as material. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, alright. I mean, the main deck guys of this deck are very meh, but this is kind of a crazy card. Oof. Wow. Blanket negate into debarriering your opponent. I'm gonna say not a very fun deck to play against, clearly. It is also generic, by the way, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Not really. Yeah, not really. I mean, the first effect is. You won't be able to use this generically, but you can use the first effect generically. Okay, alright, well, hopefully the spells are crazy. So we've got 2 continuous cards. Homecoming Parallelism. The second effect once per turn. A monster in the same sentiment monster zone cannot be destroyed. Send a monster from your hand or field to the grave and cost and special an Elvennote with a different original attribute from your deck and defense. You can't spend from the extra for this turn. Okay, so this is like the only way you can get Elvennotes onto the field without monsters. All of the Elvennotes kind of just stick themselves in the middle, and then you can't really do anything about this. But this one lets you bring them out of the deck into the other zones, so you can actually do things with them. E-Telly is crazy, by the way, so, you know. Not one, is it? Okay, second effect is hard once per turn, and it's just continuous, can't be destroyed. Can't be destroyed or targeted, so this is going to be really, really annoying to play against. Wow. This card gains these effects based on the attributes of monster in your center main monster zone. Can you make everything... Can you change the attributes? I don't think I saw anything about that. But if you have a fire earth, if your synchro attacks defensive like piercing, if it's water wind, all the face-up spells can be destroyed, and if it's light dark, you take no damage. Wow, this one sucks. I'm sorry, this one is not good. Like, it's decent protection, but I'm not playing this card at 3, right? 1 or 2 card? Yeah. This card is so bad it does nothing. It's like okay utility and protection, but like it's just, it doesn't do anything. Okay, now trap cards. By the way, these are very important since you can activate them immediately. So here we go. Oracle Alistia. Goes to second effect once per turn. You cannot activate the first and second effect of this card's name in the same chain. Once per turn, they face a monster you control. Move that monster. There you go. Huge. All right, finally, they have a way to very easily, simply, consistently move their guys. How do you get this again? It's, one of them places from deck. It's Diania, right? Place an Elvennote continuous trap. Yeah. Now, if I'm not wrong, but this is not a one-card combo. Like, you can't just go Lucina, get Diania, and then move them, right? Like, you need more cards to do that, don't you? You need to, like, hard draw one or the other. Is it? How? Okay, this, add Diania, then what? Add? Then how do you move this out the main monster zone? Oh, you get the tuner? The tuner and then the 7 gets the Diania? During the main phase, quick effect, special one from hand or grave, decrease the level. The blue one is a one-card combo. Place a continuous spell. Okay, it's a 1.5 card combo, yeah. Alright, the other wait, what's the other effect? When you point activate spell trap, if you control 3 or more Elvennotes, negate, and if you control synchro, destroy. Quick effect, negate! Well, you know, mandatory. It's pretty heavy restriction. You need to have 3 different names. Well, 3 different monsters total. Then we got Maddening Rhapsodia. Your opponent's monsters cannot attack while you have a monster in your center main monster zone, except to attack it. I told you, this deck is very sticky and annoying to play against. They need a Mech Knight Indigo. Literally, yeah. They just need a guy that just lets you move, like, consistently. And I think the trap card is okay for that, but you very specifically need Diania to resolve, basically, in order to get that. Send a monster from your hand or field to the grave and target an Elvennote in your grave with a different original attribute. Special it, then if you control Synchro, negate the effects of face-up card your opponent controls. I don't like the heavy discard economy of this deck, and it doesn't seem to have revival. But, decent trap cards. Alright. Wait, Doom Z Changer? Oh, these are just, like, different cards, not related to this. Alright, I don't remember how these cards work. It's been, like, a couple months, but, sure. Normal spell, destroy Doom Z in your hand, deck, or Baby Ceratosaurus, is that you? If this card is destroyed by card effect, you can add the Doom Z card from your grave to your hand, except Changer, then special Doom Z from your hand. Okay, I mean, this is probably broken. It's been a while. Theorize Liberation. This is the Archmage cards. This deck is almost meta. I'm pretty sure it might be one of the best decks in, what's it called? Genesis? This deck is, like, literally one step away from being, like, top tier. If you control Medius, add to your hand or special monster from your deck with 3/2. Don't know who that is. Poplar. During your main, banish this from your grave and target a face of monster you control is treated as a tuner. Okay, cool. I don't know too much about these cards, but let's check out, ladies and gentlemen, we got a combo. We have a combo. Hell yeah. All right. Show me the combo. All right. So, wait, hold up. So, you want to play this? So the best starter is actually Medius. It's not the Elvennotes. That's the best starter? That's very funny. Okay, alright. So Medius gets the Power Patron. We synchro into Axel. This guy triggers. It adds Lucina. Activate Axel. Dump Jet Synchron. Special Summon Lucina. Lucina add Dianea. Jet Synchron pitch Dianea. Bring itself out here. Sync 7 into the Stelitzia. Stelitzia revives Dianea. Reduce the levels. Place the spell card. Synchro into Herald. Activate the other spell card. Send, bring out Fortuna. Fortuna, activate the trap card. Trap card, pitch. Trade out the Herald for the 7. Trigger the Herald. It's all Habakiri. They need to ban this card, dude. Oh my god. Just literal jump scare. I did not expect this. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Dyer's got one as well for us here, so let's see what this is. Oh, that's the same one, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Very good. Alright. Yep, so that's the new deck. That's what are they called again? Elvennotes? So if you're trying to find a cool way to play Habakiri and play Mitsurugi, there you go, guys. There you go. 10,000 years of snakes.